for yoga to be alive, it has to first be alive in the heart of the yoga instructors. And yoga instructors have that tall order of living the values of yoga. One of the topmost values is the selflessness and purity of intention. We see that the ancient masters and sages who gave us the knowledge of yoga never even bothered to add their name to it. You know, we now live in a time where we have all sorts of XY yogas, a sense of changing something, owning something. It's actually an ocean of knowledge with a very deep and profound effect at different levels of being. In today's date and time, it's important to really do our best to make use of this profound knowledge in contemporary times. Each time brings its own unique challenges and blessings. So now we live in a time of high speed, internet, overload of information. And I feel more than ever, it's become really important to become natural and to become a yogi, to become aligned at the level of body, mind, intellect, ego, and spirit. So this beautiful gift of yoga is ours to claim. We just need to make an effort to understand it and to dive deep into it. So now at the time of the Corona lockdown, we have witnessed in the media that there's quite a big spike in depression, anxiety, stress and fear, which is normal because as human beings, we respond through our nervous system, autonomic nervous system, spontaneously to the stress of uncertainty. You know, the uncertainty, be it about our finances, our job, our future, or any other stress, relationships, negative attitudes, or simply the fear of the unknown. It is very, very common for us human beings. It's simply the way we respond. Now, we just need to learn what is happening inside. And today I will just talk a bit more. Some of you may know this already. Some of you may know it just very basic facts. But I would like to speak about what happens within our system when we are facing a stressful situation and how that trickles down further into panic attacks, anxiety, and depression. Now we see a whole lot of depression, and from that tamasic ground of depression, we see suicides happening as well. So it's really important for us to share what is the way out, what is it that yoga has to offer in order to tackle this in a natural way through our body movement, our awareness, and our breath, without any external substance needed to tackle it. Everything is God-given to us, and all the answers are inside. Okay, so I have prepared a small talk for you, which will be followed by the experiential aspects. Today, there are already so many yoga sessions that were happening, and I felt that it would be maybe a bit more valuable to offer systematic relaxation that is called Yoga Nidra. So Yoga Nidra has not been known since the ancient times, so we have not really included it in the traditional yoga, but it is deeply profound. It is deep and profound, and for the last almost 100 years, it's been very popular because of profound results that it offers in the alpha state of mind. It's easy to do, easy to follow, and I have recorded one just to make sure that internet doesn't spoil the experience of the sound. So I will share it with you in the second half of this presentation. Now, to start with, I would first like to offer a bit of clarity about what happens within our body when we are facing stress. In any given stress situation, as per the inbuilt body mechanisms beyond our control, which is within the realm of the autonomic nervous system, we have activation of the sympathetic nervous system response. So this is, we can give it an image because our mind works in images, not in concepts. So we can imagine like a muscled gym guy or a bully or somebody who goes, who, you know, I'm going to fight or run, you know. So this is sympathetic nervous system for you. It activates the whole body, and suddenly the blood rushes to your limbs and to your brain, and you get this super big adrenaline and strength to run fast. Let's say a tiger is chasing you, you'll be running much faster than usual when this activation happens. Or any danger or fire or something, things are falling apart, you are able to run. Or there's somebody attacking you, you are fighting, and you get much more strength than usual. Now, this is great. This is a lifesaver. And the strength can become even beyond what we could possibly imagine. You know, there are stories of mothers, you know, lifting a truck, almost car or truck, to save the child that was maybe underneath, fell underneath the truck. Or, you know, so in that moment when that adrenaline kicks in, anything is possible. Or a house is burning and you're able to put somebody heavier than yourself on your shoulder and run, right? You would have never done this before. So this is the power of the response of the sympathetic nervous system. Now, the issue here is that the fight or flight response gets activated not on basis of physical danger alone, but psychological danger as well. What we perceive as danger. For example, I'm supposed to meet my boss and there's traffic and I'm late. And I want the car to go faster, but it's not going. And I'm sweating, I'm looking at the watch. And that's sympathetic nervous system activation for you right there. There's no tiger, there's no fire, but the effect in the body is the same. So adrenaline, a hormone, is excreted, blood rushes to the limbs, legs and arms and brain, while it's being depleted from the other parts of the body, from the skin, from the stomach, from the chest. So the breathing is affected. We start breathing from the upper part of the chest, exactly like from the breast up. Yeah, I just start breathing like that. There's a certain tightness in the stomach, lack of blood and energy in the stomach. And by default, our diaphragm gets tight. Now, this leads to a host of consequences for our health, especially if it gets prolonged, which it usually does, because the traffic will last. After meeting the boss, there may be some other stress, and we are not able to switch this response off. We don't know what to do because it's just like stronger than ourselves, right? So what's being affected? Our breath, heartbeat, flow of blood into different parts of the body, peristaltic activity in and the gastric juices in the stomach, blood pressure, sugar in the blood. It's all changing without our control. Now it can get worse. If this is prolonged, then another hormone called cortisol is being excreted. And cortisol is, again, inbuilt system. Let's say if there was a car wreck in a remote area, cortisol is going to send sugar and fat into the bloodstream so that we can survive without food longer, right? Because it's a defense mechanism. But here, there is no shortage of food. We are not in a remote island or remote field somewhere. We are in the midst of our life, but we don't know how to switch this off. So what is supposed to happen? There is supposed to be a danger, and then activation of sympathetic nervous system. And then after that, parasympathetic nervous system, which we can imagine as a lovely lady that caresses and says, "Don't worry, everything will be okay. So it's relax and digest it all. Be cool about it. Caressing love, nice warm soup, you know? So we can imagine it like that. So this is more of a soft, feminine, and kind of relaxing and soothing. So it's not without a reason they say behind every successful man, there is a strong and loving woman, you know? So we see these principles everywhere, working within our body and in the relationships as well. Because for somebody who is handling a lot of responsibility and stress, without somebody soothing and loving and who can put the ball down and relax and offer that loving support and soothing relaxation and care, that person will break to pieces. It's just, you know, won't make it. So similarly, we can't make it if we are under continuous, endless stress and stress response within the body due to sympathetic nervous system activation. So parasympathetic nervous system reacts to what? Equilibrium. So we see, the tiger is gone, everything is okay after all. Naturally, in the normal world, we would have feel like, okay, I can breathe now, everything is okay. I'm slowly coming back to equilibrium. Parasympathetic nervous system is working, and I'm back to, it's called homeostasis, the status from where we started, everything is normal. Now, does it really happen? It doesn't. In today's world, we are not able to switch off. So our yoga practice helps us to support the system of response between sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Now, there's a couple of more shades to it. People who are rajasic by nature, rajaguna is like when you are in a moving your leg all the time, restless, active, fire, super efficient, but don't know how to calm down. So people who have that nature, we nickname them harivoris of this world. They don't know how to stop, you know, they don't know how to relax. So if you ask them to lie down in shavasana, you know, and just breathe, it's like a punishment for them. Now there are other people who are of different nature. They don't like to be pressured, they don't like to be under stress. When there's any such possible scenario, they try to avoid it because they prefer to be calm. But on the other hand, they avoid challenges. They don't have enough guts to face the world, you know, to face life as it is. So in a way, it's a sort of escapism. So for those people, activation of parasympathetic nervous system comes easily because they are by nature like that. But their challenge is tamoguna, or tamas, lethargy, procrastination, hiding away from life, right? And deep inside being unhappy because there's that sense of not being good enough, not being able to rise up to the challenge, and always hiding behind somebody, right? So for them, what is needed and what happens in the yoga practice is that the sympathetic nervous system response is balanced, you know, and this is the beauty of yoga, because the consciousness itself can recognize within our body what our issues are. And if you do yoga correctly, actually, you don't even have to analyze, am I this type, am I that type? It will happen by itself. The balance will happen by itself, provided that yoga is not done as an exercise, meaning just the asanas, but yoga is done properly with the awareness, you know, and with breathing, which is proper. So we start connecting with the Sakshiva, with the inner witness. We enter the asana in the way that Patanjali says, Stiram Sukham Asanam. We know it's an asana if we are steady and if we are balanced in that position, right? So the breath is smooth, you know, there's no strain, there's no competition, there's no comparing ourselves with others, there's no worrying how we look like, right? It's completely withdrawn attention within, feeling where the blockages are, where the challenges are, breathing and going as deep as we can into that asana. And if we do it in that way, we witness that as we continue the practice, we are able to get deeper and deeper into the postures, the asanas, maintaining that smooth breath and feeling that nectar of inner fulfillment by just being within ourselves without anything else needed from the outside world. This in itself is the promise of divine within our body. You know, the more we become sattvic, so not too active, not too passive, but balanced and sattvic, the more we start enjoying simply being within ourselves without needing anything from the outside world. And the true Raja yogis and the true masters are those who blossom in that awareness that within myself I have everything and I need nothing. I need nothing from the outside world. That is true royalty, that is true mastery and true inner richness. Right? So this is the promise of yoga for all of us. Now I'll shift to different topics. So for today, we won't be talking which asanas are you're supposed to do when you are feeling anxiety, fear, or depression. But it's almost logical that definitely you will have to bring more energy into the stomach and chest region, meaning open the chest, move the shoulders back, and work on the muscles that are connected with the region where the deepest fears are and the door to the subconscious mind, which is the psoas muscle in the pelvic region. Now, the psoas muscle flows from the fifth vertebra of the lumbar region through the pelvis and forward, connects to the femoral bone the front part of the leg, right? So it goes from the back through the pelvis and down. So pigeon series, lizard series, all these asanas, even for example, Ardha Pavan Muktasana, you can feel the hip flexors, but the actual strength are exactly the stretching of those muscles and breathing into those muscles. That helps us to relieve ourselves from that archaic fear. You know, it's even from the subconscious level, suddenly it comes out. So that's why that pelvic region is connected to second chakra, which is also the door to the subconscious mind. So aside from our angry boss, traffic, bad relationship issues or something, we are also facing the load that we carry in the unknown part of our mind that we are not conscious of, the subconscious. So here we have different samskaras, impressions, which are stored like little hooks in different parts of the body. So that yet another beauty of yoga is that when we are doing the stretches and when we consciously breathe into those parts of the body, we can actually feel where the little hooks are. You know, if you're really attentive, you can discover where the blockages are in your body. And with your breath, you can start like ironing them, you know, just like when you iron the clothes, which are really wrinkled, at some point you iron them and they melt away. So you don't have to go for drastic removals of samskaras, but there are other ways to do it also. But through yoga, you can do it nicely and smoothly through the practice. So already we have touched upon so many beautiful benefits. Okay, so to end with, I will just touch upon the importance of breathing. Now, breath, as we said, belongs to the territory of autonomic nervous system. While we cannot control our heartbeat, we cannot control our sweating, we cannot control the flow of blood where it goes in different moments of and levels of stress. We cannot control the gastric juices and so forth. But what is the part we can control? The breath. This is the only solution that we have. And this is a mighty tool, far greater than one can imagine. Now, in the context of the fight and flight response and the activation of sympathetic nervous system, I would like to also mention vagus nerve. Now, vagus nerve is our mediator between the diaphragm and the brain, and the chest and the brain. So this nerve actually helps us to bring back the balance in the time when we lose the balance due to stress. And it only gets to mediate in this crisis situation if we do proper breathing. Now, when somebody tells you when you're upset, just breathe deeply, that is only half correct, half true. When you're under stress and fear, or even trauma, panic attack, what you should do, you should breathe deeply and abdominally. Right? There's a big difference in just breathing with the chest deeply. And there's a difference when you start from inhale, bloat the belly, and then go up only as much as you can. But the most important part is that you bloat the belly when you inhale, and you become aware of the biggest muscle of our body, which is the diaphragm. Now it's a dome-shaped muscle like this, right under your ribs. Right? And maybe I will just show this a little bit since we have the camera here. Okay, so this is my stomach. These are my ribs. The dome is right here. Right? So I'm going to show. When I inhale and bloat the belly, the dome goes down. And when I exhale and contract the belly towards the spine, it goes back to the initial position. Again. Right. So now that you have seen how the muscle of diaphragm moves, you have to close your eyes and become aware of it. Because what happens at the time of deepest fear and trauma, just observe what happens when we really traumatize. We not only cry, we sob, right? Just notice what is happening. There's a tightness in the diaphragm region. Diaphragm is tight and it goes like this. And literally, if you have seen how people try to catch flies by glue, literally our diaphragm becomes like that glue, and all these fears and stuff start gluing in there. We are literally creating an attraction of further fears, anxieties, heavy samskaras, and all that. So the key thing to remember when you are in a painful or stressful or traumatic situation, do not let your diaphragm get locked, because all neurotic states, from mild ones all the way to depression, always 100% have that one thing in common, which is the tight diaphragm. So start breathing. Start breathing. Mila, keep quiet. Start breathing abdominally and pushing the diaphragm down by bloating the belly. Now there's a muscle called transversus abdominis, which is like the innermost layer of stomach muscles, which gets strengthened when you do abdominal breathing. So even Kapalbhati pranayama really helps you, right? It helps to strengthen that muscle. And different naukasana, for example, different asanas and exercises for the stomach. But more than stomach exercise is the abdominal breath, abdominal breathing. It's very, very important to do it daily. Now, if you observe babies, this is the way they breathe. Their belly is so soft, diaphragm is completely relaxed and soft. And when the baby inhales, the belly bloats a bit. When it exhales, the belly goes down. Just observe any child, any baby up to the age of 2 or so. Only when the ego starts developing, we spontaneously change the breath pattern into this sad type of breathing that we have, which is shallow breathing, mainly with the chest, not conscious at all. So if you start practicing abdominal breathing daily, just from the breathing, even if you don't do any asanas, you will see that you will be more calm, more relaxed, and you will be able to handle pain and stress better. This one change in your patterns can change your life. So before the Yoga Nidra, which we'll do now, systematic relaxation, we will do the breathing, abdominal breathing in this way. Inhale, bloat the belly. Exhale, pull the belly in. Okay, so if you don't know how to do it, you can just nicely place your palm on your belly. Inhale, exhale, press. Naturally, after pressing the belly, after exhaling, when you inhale, it has to bloat at least a bit. Right? And once you don't need the hand, then just go on your own. Now notice the rhythm. The rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Notice my chest is not moving. I'm not doing, right? The chest is being normal. Clavicular bone is not moving, nothing, just the belly. Okay. And after that, we'll increase the speed. This will help us to also calm the mind. So we'll do it in 5 speeds. Only if you have serious heart ailment, or very high blood pressure, or if you're pregnant, or if you have hernia, then you cannot do this faster breathing. Otherwise, all of you can do it. Okay, so let us start. After the breathing, you can immediately lie down. So maybe now you can take a moment to prepare where you're going to lie down. It can be on a carpet, on a yoga mat, not really on the floor. That may be a bit too hard for you, but not on a really soft bed, and definitely not with a big pillow. So preferably no pillow at all, or just a very thin, either folded towel or a small thin blanket which you can put under the back of the head, but ideally nothing. And for half an hour you will be going into pratyahara, withdrawal from the senses, from the outer world into yourself within. And I will give a bit more accent to the pelvic region, because today we will be working on facing and removing our fears in a very simple way. It's not anything really heavy or traumatic with a lot of crying and so forth. In case you feel like crying a bit, don't suppress it. But basically we will remember any painful experience that we had. So now you can maybe take a time to just remember some painful experience that really hit you hard, where you feel some samskaras would have glued into you. The painful impressions would have gone deep, and we can invoke that experience. It can be a time when we were maybe humiliated, emotionally abused, or physically, or we were facing complete uncertainty and everything was falling apart, and we felt completely lost, or anything like that, where these deeper fears and pains would have gone in. Okay. And after we are done, I will greet you to say goodbye at the end, and hope to hear from you how it felt. So this is not a really full Yoga Nidra of like 1 hour. It's slightly shorter, but it's already has different deeper elements. So it's something in between that I prepared for you for this occasion. Okay, so let's start with the breathing. First, in the seated position, you can sit on the floor next to the yoga mat or carpet, wherever you're going to be lying down, so that you don't have to open your eyes after this breathing. Okay, so let us start. Spine straight, shoulders relaxed, hands can be in chin mudra or palms facing upward. Focus on your belly. Inhale, bloat the belly just a bit. Exhale. One, two, three, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Keep going. If it's not happening, help yourself with your palm, as I advised before. Inhale, bloat. Exhale, press the belly. If you don't need the palm, keep going. A bit faster. 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 And super fast. Very good. And just take some time to connect with the prana, subtle life force energy. The moment we go into a bit of hyperventilation, we can easily connect with the pranic layer, the pranamaya kosha, around the physical layer. Very good. Breathe nicely, connect with the energy, and slowly you can lie down. Decide which painful memory you want to work on during the Yoga Nidra, and please sincerely follow the instructions. Don't just relax and fall asleep. Do your best to really follow the instructions 100% to have the full experience. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. You can lie down on your back comfortably, feet slightly apart, toes falling outwards, arms slightly away from the body, palms facing the sky. Middle of the back of the head is on the floor, or if it's uncomfortable, a small towel folded under your head, but no actual thick pillow. And slowly you can rotate the head just a bit left and right. Close your eyes, and we'll keep the eyes closed until the very end. And then slowly pause at the middle. Chin slightly towards the chest. So before we start relaxing the body, we'll first tighten the body to the maximum. So try to engage all your muscles. We'll clench the fists a bit. We'll make a grimace on the face and lift the heels off the floor just a bit, maybe just an inch from the floor, and lift the head and torso off the floor. Hold your breath, hold, and with the ha sound, drop the legs, drop the torso and head, and relax. We'll repeat 2 more times. Inhale and lift the feet off the floor just a bit, torso off, fist, grimace on the face, tighten, 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 and drop and relax. Third one, do it your best. Inhale, lift the feet and torso, hold, 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 super tight, all the muscles tight, tighten everything, and relax. Very good. Beautiful. Now we'll just stay with our body, and with each exhalation we will feel the weight of the body dropping to the floor. Just exhale and feel the weight is just being carried by Mother Earth. No need for you to carry anything, simply let go. You can also
Feel how Mother Earth is actually carrying you, as if carrying you on her palm. You are being carried right now through space. Allow yourself to be carried and relax fully. Nice, slow, deep breathing. Feel the weight of the body is dropping to the floor with each exhalation. Okay, now we'll lovingly go through different parts of the body. It's important to cover all these points one by one. And we can also add a bit of light. Wherever we visit, each part of the body we visit with our attention will bring warm golden light. So start with the thumb of the right hand. Bring the loving light to the thumb of the right hand, the forefinger, middle, ring and small finger, center of your right palm, wrist, and slowly flow upward to your elbow, further up to your shoulder, right armpit, ribs and waistline. Go slowly down to your right hip, thigh, knee. Bring the light to your calf muscle, ankle, heel, bridge of the foot, front part of your foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and small toe. Just feel the entire right side of your body is covered with the light, sinking into the flow even more. Very nice. We'll now go to the left side, bring the loving attention and golden light to the thumb of your left hand, forefinger, middle ring and small finger, center of your left palm, left wrist, and flow upward to your left elbow, shoulder, armpit, ribs and waistline, left hip, left thigh, knee, left calf muscle, ankle, heel, bridge of your left foot, front part of the foot, and the left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and small toe. Now feel the left side of your body covered with the light, sinking into the flow even more. Very nice. Slowly come to your central axis. We'll start from the perineum, slowly flow to your lower belly, and then middle belly. Feel your navel, and now let your golden light flow clockwise around the navel. Just feel how the energy and the light flows in nice, beautiful circles around the navel, around and around the navel. Feel nice, warm energy in your belly, your stomach organs receiving that beautiful, warm massage, bathed in the golden energy. Feel it all over your pelvic region and your stomach. Very good. Now we'll flow upward through the diaphragm, enter the lungs, the chest region. Fill up the entire lung cavity with the light, and then flow clockwise around your heart. First, just feel your heart and your heartbeat. feel it and hear it. And then allow the golden light to flow clockwise around the heart. As you feel the energy flowing, the golden energy flowing around the heart, allow yourself to open from your chest, your spiritual heart, your heart chakra to widen and open. Opening yourself to receive purest love without conditions, and to give such love as well, to experience the lightness and beauty of such love in your life. Feel your chest opening and widening beautifully. Very good. Feel that warmth in your chest. Slowly come to your throat. Feel the golden light in your throat region. The center of your truth, expression of your truth in life. The ability to dare to stand by our truth no matter what. Feel how the golden light supports that principle in your life. Feel your throat. Now relax your right shoulder. If there's any tension there, bring the light to the right shoulder and then to your left shoulder. And I will slowly come up towards the face. Just like we bathe our face in beautiful spring water, now we'll bathe the face with the golden light, starting with the chin, lower lip and upper lip, right cheek and left cheek, right nostril and left. And now slowly inhale the golden light into your nostrils, sinuses and inside your head. Feel the entire skull is being filled with light from within. Your head is filled with light from inside. And slowly bring the light to your right eye, left eye, right temple and left temple. Feel your right eyebrow and left. And now feel the center of your forehead. Feel and maybe see a bit of golden light energizing your forehead. The beautiful energy center where we transcend the ego aspect and connect with higher consciousness. Very good. Slowly come to the top of your head, the crown chakra. Remember the time when you were a baby and this part was soft, fontanelle was soft, and the beautiful connection with divine consciousness was still there, flowing so easily through the crown. So let us feel the top of the head is soft again, open to receive, to connect, to experience the oneness, to bring in higher meaning to our life. Very nice. Feel the vibration on the crown. And I will just cover the parts of the body touching the floor. Bring the light to your heels, Achilles heels, calf muscles, back of your legs, hamstrings, sitting area, tailbone, and I will go vertebra by vertebra, slowly covering the entire spine, lumbar region, middle part, thoracic region, neck region, and slowly come to the back of your head and come back to the top of the head. And I feel your entire body is covered with the light, as if you're covered with the golden blanket of light. You can feel that lightness all over your body. Very good. Just stay there in that space of inner calm, inner fullness. Experience the timelessness when we are fully and deeply relaxed, in a feeling that nothing is needed from the outside world. I am content and full from within, perfect the way I am right now, right here. Let us now travel with our awareness to the pelvic region, the area of second chakra where we can easily go through the doorway into the subconscious mind, into the experiences that we push deep inside ourselves because we find them too painful to handle. Whatever is your most painful experience, let us connect with that experience right now. In order to heal it, we first have to feel it. So allow yourself to bring back that memory and position it right there in your pelvic region. See it in any shape or form of darkness. It could be a dark light or any physical shape that has darkness to it. Connect with it for a moment. And now slowly we'll see ourselves extending our arms and embracing this shape, this dark memory, whichever shape we gave it. Let us choose in this moment to embrace it within ourselves, to own it with all your love, with all the love in your heart. Extend loving golden energy through your heart and through your palms, which are connected with your heart. And take that dark energy into your hands and see yourself bringing it to your chest. Just like we bring a child lovingly to our chest. Bring in this memory, this shape made out of pain, whatever shape you gave it. Bring it to your heart and stay there for a moment, recognizing that when we bring our conscious love into any form of darkness and pain, we can choose which meaning we're going to give it. Connect now through your crown with your higher self, with your higher consciousness, and ask your higher self, may I give the highest meaning to this pain? May I bring the meaning into my pain? May this pain be something that was my launching pad into higher consciousness. May this pain be absorbed now into me and become the light, become meaningful, become one with me. Without this pain, I would not be who I am right now. I choose to give it meaning of my spiritual growth because of this pain. This pain made me grow. Whatever were the circumstances behind this pain, whoever was the person or persons involved with the situation, I released them from my energy records. I no longer hold any cords of connection with these people and with this situation. It has been embraced through my conscious love. It is now part of me fully. I own it with my love and my pride. I am now able to thank Divine on these experiences. Feel how the golden light of your embrace and your love has integrated this dark experience, in whichever shape you gave it, into your heart. Your heart is like a huge flower, golden flower, shining like the sun. And the sun is able to dissipate any darkness, no matter how deep it appeared to be. Notice how every darkness and every shadow melts away in the light of love. Breathe more and more light into your heart. Feel how this light has even stronger quality now. It has become tangible and real for you. Feel this golden light with renewed strength radiating from your heart like a golden spring and spreading throughout your chest, downward into your stomach, your pelvis, right leg and left leg, and upward to your right arm, left arm, neck and head. Just stay with this new, renewed sense of connection with the light. Connect now with the quality of the sound, vibration of the sound. Through the following mantras, we will embrace the fullness, the Purna state from within, and connect with the soul's deepest yearning to rise above the duality, to rise above all the illusions, all the darkness, and expand in the ocean of consciousness, ocean of light and truth. Connect with the sound and let it vibrate throughout your body. Om Purnamadaham Purnamitam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanad Mrityor Mukshi Atmamritatam. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshi Atmamritatam. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshi Atmamritatam. Om Bhurabhuva Svaham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svaham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svaham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayam. Om Asatoma Satgamayam Tamasoma Jyotirgamayam Mrityorma Amritam Gamayam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Stay with the energy. Feel the golden vibration in every cell of your body. And feel yourself as a beautiful, blissful, integrated unit of consciousness. A beautiful soul going through the earthly experience in order to rise up into highest consciousness. May every cell of your body be programmed to support the highest version of you in this life, in this journey. And may this journey take you home into the love beyond duality, the love that mind cannot fathom or imagine. In order to come out of this state, if you do not want to continue with your sleep, to come out, we can just move our fingers a bit, activate the fingers, then wiggle the toes, then rotate the head just a bit left and right, massaging the back of the head. And when you feel ready, you can place your feet on the ground, bending your knees. Then bring the knees closer to your chest and hug your knees. And gently move the body just a bit left and right, massaging the back of your spine, your back, lower back. And then shift to your right side. Push yourself against the floor with your left palm. And slowly come into a sitting position. You can now place the palms together in front of the heart, bowing down to divine light and love, to the ancient sages and masters who gave us the knowledge of yoga, including Yoga Nidra. We thank the higher consciousness and all its instruments, and ask to be the instrument of that consciousness in our lives as per our capacity. With gratitude, slowly rub your palms until they're very warm. Place your palms on your eyes. Relax your eye muscles. Lovingly touch your face with your palms, your shoulders, arms, chest, and legs. And when you feel ready, you can all slowly open your eyes. Thank you. In your daily life, if memories of pain come back, go outside and feed the birds, feed the ants, feed the fish. Offer that pain to be transmuted through love into service. And see for yourself how the lightness comes back to you straight away. Thank you for this privilege to share this method with you. Stay well and be connected to the highest of vibration at all times. Thank you.
Okay, that was a unique experience to see myself guiding a session. At the time of COVID lockdown, we are improvising in various ways. But what matters is the energy, consciousness, purity of intention. I would like to end this session by saying that to come out of your anxieties, fears, and depression, it's also very, very important to have a sense of higher purpose and to be inspired to be of help to others. Nothing pulls us out of the mud more than selflessness, love, the most powerful force of the universe. So within the Early Birds Club, you have a support system which you can use. People are there for you. The Mohanji has inspired us to start these groups and to share. And all of us have so much to share and to give. We can be there for each other. So even though right now we may not meet physically, although it's hopefully going to start soon, in this way, I extend all my love and support. If you have any issues, you can also contact me in person or contact our EBC team or our Mohanji team or X Foundation. I don't care. So we have many teams, Maitri, of course, of great help and all this. We are there for you with lots of love, and may you enjoy this beautiful week of sharing of the wisdom and profound knowledge of yoga. It was my honor to start this week of sharing on the EBC page. Once again, lots of love and namaste.